So I get this question a lot. I do not know who gave it to me or where I got it, how I got it. All I know is that because I was so sick at the point of death that they said I had to have had it for 8 to 10 years. And in that time frame, I was living in New York City and I was homeless. I did get a couple times, not something I like to talk about. I have had a couple free tattoos, so it could have been a dirty needle. I don't know. Do I know those people? No. Did I say anything when those things happened? No, because I was naive and I was stupid and I was young. And that's all I can really say about this question.
This whole story with Gina Tew gets more and more shocking with each detail. If you've been following her journey, you know she's been through it. But it's not just about her health. Now it's about who could have infected her. Because word on the street is that an A-list celeb might have passed her this disease, and she is looking for justice. Gina's backstory is tough. Growing up, she faced a lot of challenges. She even talked about being homeless for a while, with nights where she slept on trains just to have somewhere to rest.
So when I was 18, I moved to LA and I was homeless for a good period. I was staying with stranger dangers for a little while. I was cleaning up for them, taking care of their pets. I remember I stayed with someone who had like 4 dogs and a parrot. That was cool though, because I liked that but the parrot kept saying off the wall stuff like and stuff, and like just off the wall stuff that I'm like, why does this bird know these words? Anyway. So I ended up staying in a homeless shelter after a while, and I ended up getting a job and being able to pay for a room to rent, of course, because New York is just, prices. And along the lines of me being homeless before most of this, like me getting a room, I was taken advantage of a couple times, and like I said, it's not something I'm happy about talking about, but it happened. And mind you, because at these times I was staying on the train for like the whole train ride, sleeping with a luggage, and like in the station, and I just had some bad experiences. People took advantage of me knowing that I didn't have anything and nowhere to go. So yeah, I was taken advantage of a good 3 times.
And even after she managed to find some stability, her health started failing in ways that had doctors scratching their heads. For years, she was constantly in and out of hospitals, feeling weak and sick, but no one could pinpoint exactly what was going on. At one point, they even told her she might have cervical cancer.
So I guess it's time for story time. Everyone keeps asking how I got AIDS. I didn't know I had AIDS. I just got sick one day, started fainting, fevers, then I got really weak, and I was going to the doctors and no one knew what was wrong. They just kept assuming cancer, cervical cancer, lesions, and then I had some doctors saying, no, you're perfectly fine, like there's nothing wrong with you. But eventually a doctor was like, did you know you have AIDS? And I'm like, no, because I wasn't getting checked like I should have as much as I was supposed to. So I didn't know, and I lost a lot of weight because I was in the hospital. I don't know what happened. And from losing all that weight, I lost mobility in my legs, so I can't walk or stand right now. But I do my therapy every day, and I do take my pills every day like I'm supposed to. I take 5 pills a day. No, I don't know who gave it to me. So, I just found out recently I didn't have it. They said if I didn't show up when I did, I would have died because my blood count was so low. I was needing blood bags. They was taking bone samples. They were doing a lot because I was so weak. Still so weak. And I think I have wasting syndrome. I'm not anorexic on purpose. But yeah, I hope that answered a bunch of you guys' questions.
And y'all, she went through all of this while not knowing why her body was betraying her like this. It wasn't until much later that she found out that she had AIDS, which started affecting her eyesight and mobility after a while.
This will be the last time that we stand. I don't know how long we've been here, but Yeah, I got here probably about 20 minutes before you. Ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Push through those legs. Come on, push. Stand up. Push through those legs. Come on, do it. Push those legs. Anyway, not bad. Not bad at all.
She's been open about how terrifying that diagnosis was, especially because she had no idea who might have infected her. Now, this is where it gets even messier, because as she started sharing her story, people began to speculate hard about who might be responsible. And for some reason, Nick Cannon's name started popping up. People's online began making connections and jumping to conclusions, especially after Nick shared his own health struggles with lupus, an autoimmune disease that's often misunderstood. Some people took his comments way out of context, speculating that maybe his illness was actually AIDS. But here's the thing, lupus and AIDS are completely different, and there's no evidence that he was involved with Gina in any way.
And at the same time, I say I have lupus, but lupus doesn't have me. So I'm one of those people that want to wave the flag and say, hey, you can win this fight.
Still, people were talking, and given Nick Cannon's behavior in the street, having an entire team of baby mamas, everyone is giving him the side eye. And if that wasn't enough, a whole lineup of other names got dragged into the conversation. Chris Brown, Tyson Beckford, and Chief Keef were all tossed into the rumor mill. It's like folks took a list of everyone Gina might have been associated with and just started pointing fingers. And let's be real, the internet loves a good scandal, so these theories kept piling up. Now, Gina herself came on a live session with Tasha K to deny all the allegations made against her.
So this question is really, really hard for me. I mean, all the questions are really hard, but I want to clear a lot of the misconceptions on the internet, because now there are headlines and people are making some serious allegations linking you to certain celebrities like Chris Brown or Nick Cannon.
Yeah, I keep seeing that now and I'm like, oh Lord. Wow.
Although, people don't believe the said claims. Someone said, a 10-year-old period is a very long time. If Nick or other celebs were in the mix, I wouldn't be surprised. She didn't deny that she slept with them. She just said she wouldn't ever directly call them out. Gotta read between the lines. People have been digging through old photos, spotting who she's been seen with, and crafting theories that just keep getting juicier. One of the strongest theories centers around Diplo. Diplo's been around a lot of the same circles as Gina, and people started putting his name into the mix, hinting at a possible connection. And just when you think it couldn't get any messier, fans started debating the timelines, looking at who was around Gina during those years when her health started to deteriorate. And to be clear, Gina hasn't come out to name names directly, but she's definitely dropped hints that make people feel like they're onto something. As you can imagine, people are talking and throwing out all kinds of theories. One user said, now I'm beginning to wonder maybe Nick don't have lupus. These celebrity lies so much. I'm praying for her. So brave of her. Another chimed in with, this girl on TT, Gina Tew, went viral after she was diagnosed with AIDS/HIV and posted how it's changed her life. She says she's not sure who gave it to her. Now another girl is saying she slept with Diplo and she might have already had it. It's messy.
So y'all know I've come to terms that I don't know who gave me AIDS or HIV, right? So I've been going back and forth with myself since this has been posted, debating on whether or not I should say something. And I think I need to say something. Freedom of speech is a First Amendment right, and I'm going to exercise that right. So about 1 or 2 years ago, I came across this girl's story, and she came forward about being diagnosed with AIDS. Now, to my dismay, I also recognized that this is the same girl who Diplo sent me a tape video of. You could imagine the horror that went through my mind and my body when I realized that this was the same girl who not only do I have a video of her having unprotected sex with Diplo, but I also had unprotected sex with Diplo. And when I started doing the timeline of, you know, when she said she got diagnosed, how long the doctors assumed that she had it for, I realized that she had already had it and had sex with him before I had sex with him. Now, I do not have HIV or AIDS. I've been tested multiple times. I had a lot of therapy about it as well because I was devastated at not only what she was going through, but at the possibility of me being infected or anyone else who he's had sex with afterwards being infected. I remember crying so freaking much when I saw her video of her trying to stand up and not being able to stand up and not being able to walk.
And another user got straight to the point saying, I don't know who Gina Tew is, but that story is the exact reason why you get tested after every partner and use protection. If you're gonna be out there effing. In the end, all these theories and names flying around have left the internet divided. Gina's story is definitely a reminder of just how brutal life can be behind the glamour of social media. Whether any of these rumors are true or not, it's clear that people are invested in her story and they want answers. So what do y'all think? Is there any truth to these rumors? Are people reaching, or could one of these big names really be responsible? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below and stay tuned, because with how fast things are developing, you know there's more drama just around the corner. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more wild stories. But till then, stay safe.